Alright, hello again, everyone. I'm doing another track breakdown. This is gonna be my second one, and this will be from my album, Myself and Cheese. And this is from roughly a year ago, almost two now, since I released it around January, the start of January in 2023. So I'm doing this track because there was a fair amount of views on it. Um, I know there's gonna be a lot of like poor mixing here, so uh, yeah, we're gonna look at this first part here. Um, so these are the notes. Oh yeah, and this being said, there chains. So this I have here. Essentially, it's like a bit of reverb. I have a pan to the left for one of them, pan to the right for the other one. I don't remember exactly why I did this, but I think it was supposed to make the reverb less muddy on the synth itself. So if we were to solo each one of these. So it's like that. This is the one on the right. Actually, if anything, it seems like I think I made an error here initially. Because these are supposed to like cancel the phases or something. And this is also in stereo. I think if it were to be set in mono for this and that, it should be a bit different. Oh yeah, it should be like that. That's what it should have been originally. But I mean, anyways, this is how it is. So this part here functions as the bass. So you have A sharp, and it goes to F sharp. It's kind of like the bass progression of it. These are just notes to kind of support it. It's more or less a melody, although I know it's like going up in here and there. If you were to just omit it. So you have that. That's essentially what it's like. Just more melody movement. So now if we play back this part, if we were to omit these notes here, pretty simple. If you omit the bass notes here, so it still sounds fine, obviously, but like the more of it that there is sounds more interesting. It keeps the listener interested in, like, without being bored. So the slip pattern is like essentially a recorder note. A note is being played. But you have two A's, the two notes here. So 2 2 2 1 2 1 1 2 2 2 2 1 2 1. Then 1 1 1. And I think the pattern just repeats more or less. But I changed the notes. This I change here kind of to make it a bit more interesting. So instead of just having it constantly at A sharp on the third octave, it transitions down a bit. It steps down a bit for the melody, like the upper part of it. And this I just have this here because it just sounds fine. It keeps it interesting. Here I think I just like copy and paste it. This just repeats through the entire thing, kind of just to give the like groove. If you were to like omit this, it would sound like this. So it sounds a bit weird without it. So that keeps it interesting. And we have the white noise here. This is just from Ableton's white noise sample. Well, not white noise sample, but it's from one of their packs, I believe. It's either one of their packs or it's from their default library. So you just type it in and you have a bunch of different noise. That's pretty loud. And this here we have the gain being automated. So if I solo this, pretty loud on its own, as you can tell, because, well, it's white noise, right? It's gonna be a bit sharp on the ear if you just have it focusing on the high end in particular. Since I'm not EQing it at all, I'm just having it like the raw white noise with the volume of it being changed and automated and everything else staying the same. And then there's a crush here. Oh, never mind. That's a cowbell. Cowbell, Latin, ting. So you can hear it here when we have the second part. Okay, so I decided to flatten one of them out, freeze and flatten, or whatever it was the other way around, because my CPU keeps overloading. So I'm going to play this part now to demonstrate the transition sound effects. So as you can tell, I'm still liking a lot. But these are notes here, essentially, so... guess this is off, but it's still loading for some reason. So I think what I did was I copy and pasted it over again. It repeats, but the melody, it takes steps up instead of down, and then you see a bit of this here. And you have this part down here, which is like a lower octave. It's the reason why you hear like this lower sound on here. So if I put an EQ on this track here, it should show frequency spectrum here. So we have this part here. It's mostly here for the main character of the sound, whereas here. So obviously it's still similar in a sense, but it's a few frequencies lower, so it creates a fuller sound. So that's a bit of a frequency bed, pitch thing. I had somewhere here. Okay, so I did find it. I bent it here with the D2, I believe. This is not exactly like a pitch bend, but I was D2ing it, so as you play it here, oops. And I set it to 0 here because it has this sort of like mono sound here. Whereas here it's spread out. You can also see it on the signalizer. Oh, never mind. It's actually not showing. So I'm gonna share the entire thing because it's not. It wasn't showing the public things. So we have this here. Obviously, it's still spread because the reverb's here, but if you were to remove, so it's like that. Generally, there would be spread based on the D2, but it's not really happening here. I am not sure why. Because there is D2, this is supposed to create a sort of stereo effect. It's not happening here. Anyways, so the third part here. So I took this transition. I took this one, put it here. And this one is sound effect from YouTube. So of course, I mean, I pitched it down so you can't really hear what exactly it's saying. And his name is John Cena. So it's that essentially here. And here we have, I think what I did was I took this part. So this is the first part here. I resampled it. So it's like this. This is pitched to right and left, and it's pitched up. We have it at 8, and it's set to the forward arrow here. But the transient set all the way to 0. This is because it sounds like this. So it creates a very plucky sound. Obviously, because mainly the OTT, if I take this off, there's a lot more stereo. So then with this here, this is just very loose sounding. I'm pretty sure you guys can also hear the sort of ringing sound effects, so this is because of the corpus here. This loop is from Ableton. In case you're wondering, this is what. So this is what I put. I just threw it on. I set this low enough so that the ring here is not too annoying, because I mean, I would say it's a bit annoying if you just constantly hear something like this. Obviously a bit much. There's too much decay. The compressors here, I kind of just threw it on. This obviously really squishes it down, so it wasn't ideal at the time, but I didn't really have a proper understanding of mixing. And then we get here, there's obviously a bit of a minor change. So we look here. I cut it off with the auto filter. So it cuts off here, and I just cut it off completely because keep the mix a bit cleaner. You don't really want too many low frequencies going on. And these guys here, they do this. So you can also hear the filter working here. So this was initially with this first part, but if it was extended here, so I had that resampled here, took it here, did all the pitching and chopping, not chopping, the transient shaping, and then I changed this part after. So I think, yeah, so I had mono here. So it goes to mono, so it's like louder in a sense. And it's in the center. This year it's like. So it's still the same overall, but the sound is mainly changing because the auto filter from the original sample. And we have a classic riser here. I cut it off initially just to give room for these plucks here. is that I extended this part here, so you can see this part is cut off. You're actually at it. As for the melodies, changed it up a bit here. So you can see this goes from F sharp, not F sharp, I meant F, to B sharp, and then to A sharp. And A sharp here is bars 15 to 16. Whereas here it's A sharp, G sharp here, but 14 to 15. It's cut off here too, obviously. And these are bass notes. Now, theoretically, I should have kept it playing along properly with the bass. Because the bass here is, these are the bass notes. So like that, and this is mono, this glide, this bit of glide on it, sine waves. This creates a bit of movement in bass. So obviously, if I, you can hear there's this sort of sine wave phasing, whereas if I don't have it, sounds a bit boring. So we do that. Gives it movement. So I'm going to be cutting the clips a lot, just because I don't want to suddenly have my laptop crash, since it's happened before. I don't want to lose the footage and retake it, so I'm like doing this in little clips. This little lead here, the bass, I'll explain it a bit. At overdrive. So this is like pitch change. A little bit, as you can see, it functions a bit like a thumpy kick. So that's the lead. Overall, pretty simple. If you're curious how it looks like on the wave form. So that's that. And we have this part here. So these are like sine wave arcs. Anyway, this is the delay to give it a bit of like bouncing and move room for it. So I just copied this part and put it up here. So obviously in the mix you can hear it sound like this. Reverse cowbell. I think I stretched this out initially. Yeah, as you can see, it stretched very far. It gives it that sort of like repetitive flicky sound, and this was just a random synth that I made like a long time ago, just to change up the sounds a bit. Here we have the vocal chops. So here it's still the same. Using bass notes, I used Dext for this again. So I used Feather 3 here. Took just like arm sample and through this Ableton Max for Live audio effect onto it. I think that's what it is. And yeah, it boosts the low end. So you can hear, it sounds like this. Just some reverb and delay at the end. And I'll finally explain the vocal chops here. Again, this is just the bass I took from before, and the bass notes, the E sharp, the G sharp. There was a person on Reddit that gave all their vocal samples for free, I believe. So I'm using that here. So you can hear, I put it into the key and I just like fine-tuned it. So depth is at 100. If it's 100, it sounds like this. So, I was trying to go for like something so minimal, just go like vocal sounds originally with this. So this is kind of just like experimental, and I just like ended up leaving it in there. And these notes, like, they're not really supposed to actually play anything. They're purely just the vocal chop, because if you look here, I had split it into regions. So it's on the purely the MIDI keyboard and the MIDI keys, because certain notes obviously don't play, so it would be like that. And sides, saturator, OTT, bunch of compressors that are like squishing the sound to give it like that really like, I don't know, raspy sound. And if you play these notes here, obviously it's gonna sound weird. And yeah, that's that. So, thank you guys for watching, and there should be a better video soon.